gotta say, Inigo, I don't know about you, but this feels a bit like home. Though admittedly the stones could use a bit of, oh, I don't know, warming up? I mean, if the Greybeards would allow it, I could do my best to enchant some of this stone as to be a rather useful heating system. You get what I mean? Don't look at me like that, man. Ah, fine. You got a point. With every stone being heated with fire enchantment, yeah, I can honestly see this place turning into a furnace, so never mind. Well, let's see. While I was taking that nap, I heard... Well, my brighter side, Mara's side, mentioned something about a library. Wondering where that library is. But first, I'd say that we talk to Angia, since apparently his voice doesn't cause earthquakes with just a whisper. That's Wolfgar? Angia! Master Angia! You're not him. Excuse me? Excuse me, Miko and Hilda. Thank you. He's probably outside or busy or something like that. Oh, wait. Oh no, you're Einarth. Well, I guess while we're searching for Angia, we should also keep an eye out for the library. I mean, if they are actually keeping a library that is full of all kinds of tomes. Oh, there you are, Master Angia.
Sky above, voice within.
Well, I have a few questions, sir. First off is, why are our shouts in the dragon language?
Dragons have always been able to shout. Language is intrinsic to their very being. There is no difference in the dragon tongue between debating and fighting. Shouting comes as naturally to a dragon as breathing or speaking. In mythic times, when mortal kind was in great need, the goddess Kinnereth granted us the ability to speak as dragons do. For most people, long years of training are required to learn even the simplest shout. But for you, the dragon speech is in your blood, and you learn it almost without effort.
Interesting. I thought that my dragon side of me is the blessing of Akatosh, the blood of him even, the dragon of time. But Kain granting the magic of the dragons onto mortal kind? That's a little bit, let's say, off to me. Like, head-scratching, confusing. Next question, however, is why are the dragons returning? And does it have something to do with me?
No doubt, the appearance of a Dragonborn at this time is not an accident. Your destiny is surely bound up with the return of the dragons. You should focus on honing your voice, and soon your path will be made clear.
And I will. Don't you worry about that. Coincidentally, though, would you mind helping me learn more about the voice?
You have learned so much already, Dragonborn. Growing your gift too quickly would be dangerous. But there are many words of power in Skyrim, carved in the dragon tongue. Even from here we can feel the Thum resonate from them. Finding these lost words would be a sufficient test to temper your abilities with experience. Ask when you are ready to search.
While taking the time and mastering it, that's that way with all forms of magic. And as we speak, are you a what whispering of a word can you give me?
We have felt the whisper of a word. Give me your map and I will show you where its echo can be found.
Thank you. So, at a place called Dragontooth Crater. How fitting for a name. I think that's all of the questions that I have for now. Save for this one. What was that ceremony about?
We spoke the traditional words of greeting to a Dragonborn who has accepted our guidance. The same words were used to greet the young Talos when he came to High Hrothgar, before he became the Emperor Tiber Septim.
And what was it that you actually said? My darker side might understand, but I don't.
Ah, I sometimes forget you are not versed in the dragon tongue as we are. This is a rough translation. Long has the storm crown languished, with no worthy brow to sit upon. By our breath we bestow it now to you, in the name of Kine, in the name of Shor, and in the name of Atmora of old. You are Ismir now, a dragon of the north. Hearken to it.
Wow. So it's a metaphorical crown. Got it. Well, thank you.
Guide.
Thank you, Master Angia. I will be sure to, in good time, locate this word of power. Though, actually, one last question. You spoke of a library. Where might I find it? This here is their library? Not exactly impressive, now is it? Ah, well, I guess it should be expected of a few old, men to keep a bookless library. Especially one with a hole in it on top of that, like somebody had been trying to dig their way in for all of the knowledge of the Greybeards. Actually, them not keeping any tomes about all that they learn up here, it's actually pretty smart. Wouldn't want the knowledge to fall into the hands of any who have a greed for such power, to put it that way. Well, let's see how far this digger went, or rather, where they started digging. Oh. There is a book here after all. Power Tome, Unyielding Storm. Power Tome, is that some sort of spell tome? Let's double check that. Ends your active shout cooldown. Tilting my head on this. Wow. Okay. For someone like me, that's actually very powerful. Might be a little bit overly powerful, but still useful. What else do they have here, I wonder? I mean, there's this here, along with a couple of mats that we have seen them laying down on, and whatever these are here. Oh! Oh, it's their clothes. They have an awfully wide variety, to be honest. Some of it even looks like it's made of some sort of serpent or fish skin. Though that could well just be the design. And in different colors, no less. Yeah, indeed. Huh. I think I might just make a few of these clothes. Maybe even all of them. You know what? I'm gonna take them on, and I'm gonna take them all and try them on. I'm actually torn between these robes and the Akatosh robes. Both look pretty decent with my cloak and backpack. One is actually more color scheme fitting than the other, but this here gives a bit of regalness. Though I think for now I'll stick with the white. Fitting to my job as a lady of, well, a devotee of Mara. Oh, I didn't notice this book here. Wonder... Hodier's Thum Notes. Before my fellow students of the Thum were called by the Way of the Voice, many were adepts of the 5 schools of magic, trained from initiation to draw the words along the sides of their diagrams and seek patterns where there are none. Others were priests of Kine, turned to the teachings of the mountains, or hunters and soldiers who took the Thum as their bow and shield, a tool crafted for their talents. The Thum, however, is a language. Like any language, its words have many meanings. Most phrases in Dolva are devoid of deeper significance, words full of power but leading nowhere. Thus, the long history of the tongues has been a journey of exploration and discovery of the holy phrases that resonate with the earth and sky and with the supreme being of Kine. My time under Kine's sky is nearing its end. Nad Soyek Doshor. This tome represents the fruits of many years of meditation and contemplation. 28 shouts of power, a life's work left unfinished. I leave these shouts to all who possess the wisdom to understand them. They are mighty indeed. Use them wisely. Lok Dum. Oh dear Thunderfang. 13th of Sun's Height, 3rd Era 282. That was a long time ago. I wonder if I have to do that by praying on these mats. But I doubt that my prayer tomorrow would help in having Kine help me understand these words. Oh, this is what I need to use. Well, here it goes. Lady of Kine, I beseech you. The understanding of those of time I seek from you. Ooh. I think I get it. It is a timed prayer. Let's see if I can try again. I feel the alternate meanings echoing within. Hello. I feel it now. Carry Kine's fire to the doors of High Hrothgar. Well, that's quite a bit. Though, I think for now, we should step outside and, oh, I don't know, test these new shouts out. Alright, the first shout in this list is Armageddon. Your Thum reaches out to the stars, calling down the fires of heaven upon your hapless foes. This promises to be devastating. Well, let's see how Armageddon-like it is. Oh! Ah! No! Oop! Sorry to whoever it was that I might have hit. It was not my fault. I'll take that as a be careful next time.
Lovely day.
Wrong. Okay, next one is Curse. Your Thum briefly condemns your enemies to suffer the physical or mystical pains they inflict upon you back unto them. Useful, but got no enemies here. Earthquake. Your Thum reverberates through the earth, causing tremors or turning flesh to stone. Right. Oh. Okay. Poof. That's a bit less impressive than the Armageddon shout, I do admit. Oh, this one I apparently learned by listening to the Greybeards. Phantom Decay. Your voice solidifies as a ghostly illusion, or shatters the illusion to inflict harm upon your enemies. Well then. We'll be saving that one for later. Shroud of Snowfall. Summoned by your Thum, a blinding snowstorm hides you from sight and muffles your steps. Well, could be useful, but I do need to give my voice a rest a little bit. Alright, that should be my voice rested enough. Here goes nothing. Whoa! Where's my body?
Your current body is disconcerting.
Sir? Okay, you can apparently see me. Or are you just hearing my footsteps? 'Cause I can't even see myself.
I cannot see you. Where did you go, my friend?
I'm right here, Inigo. And I don't know how to get out of this. I mean... this could be better than my... ghostly shout. Even though the ghostly shout keeps me from harm, I doubt that this one does. Just follow the pets, they'll know what to do. Oh, never mind. Oy vey. Well, let's get back inside, shall we? Angia! What the heck kind of library is that you have in there? Certainly not for keeping books.
Wind, guide you.
Yeah, you too. Where's the option for that library? Apparently I can contribute gold to the monastery. That's a hefty amount. Well, if you can use this to improve that library and have some actual books, maybe replace the robes, as I'm gonna be keeping these, here's 1,000 gold.
Breath and focus.
Yeah. Now I need to take a nap and try to figure out what to do next. We actually have quite a few tasks that we have accumulated over all of this time. There's meeting Delphine in Riverwood. There's speaking with the leader of the companions. Though, them being warriors, I doubt that they would accept me. But the more immediate ones are carry Kyne's fire to the doorsteps of High Hrothgar, return to Klimek, and investigate the Shrouded Hearth Barrow near Iverstead. I guess for now, we can do the ones in Iverstead a bit more immediately. I mean, Klimek has been waiting word for the delivery of his supplies for quite some time. is quite a sunset. Yeah. We should actually make our way down this mountain and get on over to Clinic and investigate the barrow. Maybe even talk to a few of the locals there. Who knows? I have really got to sell some things on Birna. Because, well, I'm surprised that her back isn't breaking by now because of her being over-encumbered. Too bad that the shops weren't open up to— Oh! Klimek! Hey! Don't mind the robes.
Ah, good to see you again. How'd that delivery go?
It actually went, quite alright. I delivered the supplies.
Quite a climb, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Anyway, much appreciated. Here, take this for your troubles. Thanks again for the
Thank you,
legwork.
sir. Well then. I don't think I'm gonna be renting an inn at the moment. So, let's go take a look at this barrow, Inigo. And this must be it right here. Yep, it is. Wondering what is causing such a scare. I mean, okay, the innkeep said something about ghosts in this place being haunted. Actually, I should switch over to my other clothes until I get these ones enchanted. Let's see, where are they? My robes. My robes, where are my robes? There's my novice hood. Let's sort this by... No. Oh, there are my robes. There we go, that's way better. Though I'm keeping the boots on. That doesn't look great at all. But apparently already dead. Oh!
Leave this place. Leave this place.
Okay. So it is haunted after all. Shouldn't be surprised. I mean, we've encountered stranger things. I mean, well, I have especially encountered stranger things. So has Miko. Deadman's Respite, for example. Before the Ages of Man, picking that up. Rather not letting that rot here. And of course, levers. Oh well, curiosity kills the cat, right? Of course I get shut in. Let's pull a different lever. Ah, yep, that worked. So, I'm suspecting a fight up ahead. So, do not mind me. I'm just getting prepared as best as I can. If this will even allow me. There we go. Okay. A locked door. Now unlocked. Ugh, good thing I didn't step forward immediately. I heard that. Inigo, I think it might be best if you, oh, I don't know, got out of the way? Like over there? Thanks! Ooh. Thought it would have been one of those catapult traps. That almost put a hole into my... Ooh! I just had a really bad premonition. And one that should especially... No. One that shows another fire mage. So, Inigo, if you don't mind, we're going over there. Yo! Using my own element against me. That son of a biscuit eater. He wasn't a ghost. But he drank, apparently, a potion that made him seem like one. Right, now... getting this chest out of the way. And... let us see...
Following you down here.
Huh? I didn't quite catch what you said, Inigo. I was focused on... Yeah, that poor sod has been alchemizing down here. That's another filter of the Phantom. And here's his journal. Journal of Windelius Gatharian. I've set up camp inside the barrow. This has to be the place. According to all of my research, the burial chamber should be located here. All I need is some time undisturbed to find the claw. It must be hidden here somewhere. Had a close call today with that fool, Wilhelm. He came close to entering the barrow, but I was able to scare him off by rattling some pottery shards in a bag. These people are far too superstitious for their own good. Gives me an idea. After a few failures, I've come up with a mixture that should do the trick. The glow is perfect. I should look exactly like one of the supposed spirits the people of Iverstead believe to be haunting this barrow. Going to test it out tomorrow. Success! It worked better than I could have imagined. All I had to do was wander around the entrance to the barrow at night and wave my arms about. I had to stop myself from laughing aloud as they ran away. This should keep them at bay while I continue searching for the claw. Almost half a year has passed and no sign of the claw or any clues as to its whereabouts. This is becoming maddening. It has to be here. I can't risk hiring any assistance, so I have to continue alone. It isn't here. It can't be here. This isn't right. It must be the people of Iverstead. They must be onto my ruse, and they're toying with me. They want to find the burial chamber on their own and keep the riches for themselves. Why? Why are they tormenting me? Why not just destroy me? Who am I? My head is becoming clouded. I can't remember anything. I have to read my journal to remember my purpose. Am I a part of this tomb? Am I meant to guard it? What's becoming of me? They shall not take my treasure. They shall all pay dearly for their crimes. Any who set foot within these walls will taste my wrath, my power. I am the guardian of Shrouded Hearth Barrow. All who oppose me will fall. He became a complete lunatic. Though admittedly an interesting story. And I doubt that he would have found the riches that he sought after if he had obtained the claw. For those riches are only fitting for, well, people like us. Right, Inigo? Right. Well, let's head back up, go talk to Wilhelm, and tell him the sad story of the supposed ghosts of Shrouded Hearth Barrow. Good evening, Master Wilhelm.
We don't get many visitors through here, unless they're headed up to High Hrothgar, of course.
Well, unless you have people like me who are heading to the Shrouded Hearth Barrow. By the way, I wasn't the first one in there, and here is proof.
Let me see that. I can't believe this.
It was all just a fabrication of this Windelius character.
I can't believe we were so stupid.
Well,
Apparently.
least I can do is give you something for taking care of him. If you won't accept it as a payment, consider it a gift.
You had the claw this time. And apparently, you're very grateful. Well, you I will have to think on. Hope you don't mind. It's been a long day, and I have been shouting quite a bit, so I won't be singing tonight, but I hope that you still have enough room for a bardess here.
Of course.
Well, Inigo, since apparently you can duet with me, well, actually no.
So, you have attained full Dragonborn status. Being shouted at by a group of old men has never been so rewarding.
Yeah, I can just be glad that they weren't cranky. Mind if I ask you something?
Sure.
Do you want to relax here for a bit?
Okay, come and get me when it is time to go.
Will do. And Nico, come on, bud. You can get out of Inigo's way. And yeah, we'll be staying here for a while anyways. enjoy your rest, Inigo. Meanwhile, I'm going to strum it up here with one of the songs of Elsewhere.